Hello everybody, and welcome to a quick little video where we are once again going to show you how to get the portrait and the pet and the additional stash space through doing this seasonal's objectives that you can do in Diablo. So this is Season 5 stuff. Once Season 5 ends, you can't get this stuff anymore. So if you want this stuff, you better do it now. The first thing is the pet, the Wickerman pet that you see there. He's pretty cool. He's made of wood, but just like all of the pets now, they all go like pick up gold for you, so they're kind of useful. He just looks kind of woody. I don't know. That's not the way to say it, but you get the idea. He's not as cool as my probe, which is the one I normally have. But the portraits are interesting. So this is the first one. It's got kind of like a stone border. The next one has kind of like a wooden border, I guess, and then it goes to more of a metallic. Then it goes to silver, and then it goes to gold. I like this one. This one's pretty cool. Finally, there is one more that I have yet to get, which is this one. It's got kind of, just like last season, it has like the molten stuff around, which is really, really kind of, it doesn't let it, sit out from the rest. This was the final one of last season, and then you can see the final one of this season it's kind of in the same vein. I do like it. That's, the first thing. It was just the portrait and the pet, but you can also get additional stash space. So let's just go through the seasonal journey and see how you do this. Chapter 1, super easy. Complete 5 bounties. Jeweler to level 5. Like, this stuff is going to be easy. You're not getting these rewards, by the way. I'll point out when you get that. Kill Skeleton King, kill Magdas. Stupid easy stuff. Craft an item at the blacksmith. Reach level 60. This is all stuff that you're going to be doing while you're leveling up, just like the other seasons, which is really cool. Kind of gives you goals. Mystic to level 12. Kill Queen Erene at level 70 on Master. You don't have to do this on Master. You could do it on like Torment 1 or 10 or whatever, and it still unlocks it for that, which is important to note because there are other bosses that will require you to do it at higher levels, as we'll see here. There is one where it's Kill Zone Cool at level 70 on Torment 2. Now, this is also part of, if you haven't played the season yet, you get a free set for your first character that hits 70. And the way you do that is the first thing, you just hit 70 and you'll get 2 pieces instantly. You'll get this little Hadric's gift in the corner of your screen. It'll be like the little mail icon. You click on that, you can get your first 2 pieces depending on what class you are. It'll give you a specific set. And then for the next 2 pieces, you kill Zoltan Cool at level 70 on Torment 2, which you can easily do once you have your 2-set bonus from your sets. And then the last one, the final pieces of your sets, depending on what set it is, like the wizards get 3 pieces instead of 2 because they have a 7-set bonus, or a 6-set bonus with 7 pieces, whereas everybody else has 6. So you would get your last pieces by completing Greater Rift level 20 solo. As a tip for this, if you get your 4-set bonus, so you kill Zoltan Cool on Torment 2, that will allow you to do just a regular Rift on Torment 4, which will then unlock Greater Rift 20. And if you get a key fragment from the boss at the end, then you can open up Greater Rift 20 and just go do that. And you should be able to do it with your 4-set bonus with no problem. Equip all of your inventory slots with legendary items, minimum required of 70. This is a little easier because you're getting your free set and everything. But this is going to take a little bit of focus getting the last one down, this chapter 4. Once you do that, you'll get the portrait frame, you'll get the pet, and obviously you'll get your armor if you complete the Hadric's gift stuff. However, if you want any more stuff after that, it then unlocks. It'll have a box down here that says, hey, do you want to continue? You click on it. As a tip, if you hit Shift and J at any time, it'll open up the seasonal journey even while you're in your game. So what you'll do is you can, select the next one down. So once you get your portrait, it goes Slayer, and then you can see that that's the one you get for completing this. This is a little harder. Reach Greater Rift level 30 solo. Kill Rakanoth at level 70 on Torment 7. Kill Adria at levels on Torment 7. So basically, all of that stuff is it's escalating. You're getting stronger with your character, but once you have your 6-set bonus, you should be able to do this stuff pretty easy to get that portrait frame. Then we're starting to get into the realm of you're actually going to have to try master any set dungeon. Set dungeons, there's guides all over the place for those, but for the most part, you'll be able to start a set dungeon at any time, because also for the season or for the chapter 4 stuff, you're going to have to complete a set dungeon, if I recall correctly. Yeah, complete any set dungeon. You don't have to master it, you just have to complete it. And there are objectives for that. And like I said, there's guides out there who do... There's people who do way better guides for that kind of stuff than I do. You'll find those. You'll be able to complete it with the set that you get right off the bat with your character. You may need a few pieces to adjust, or maybe a few extra little, like ancient items here and there. But for the most part, you'll be able to master a set dungeon with that first one you have, which will unlock this one. It'll get you that, like, golden portrait frame. Kill the Butcher at level 70 on Torment 9. It's getting a little bit more difficult. It's escalating. Then it gets the Destroyer. This one is clear a Torment 10 Rift within 5 minutes. Kill Azmodan at level 70 on Torment 10. So this is really escalated. Level 3 legendary gems to level 45. If you could pretty much do all of the rest of the stuff without any issues, you could do this. Then it starts getting into the hard stuff. It says easy, but it is going to be a little difficult to do, which is completing the Conquest. I'll get to that in a minute, because on the next one, where you get the additional stash space, you get it on Conqueror up. So for this, you have to kill Diablo at level 70 in under a minute and 30 seconds. That's pretty easy to do. Then you can do the Greater Rift level 60 solo. That's going to take a little bit of skill. You may have to really research your class if you're not necessarily that into Diablo and you're just wanting the extra stash space. Level 3 legendary gems to 55. If you can do Greater Rift 60 solo, you can do the gems, so that's not a big issue. But then it comes down to the complete 2 conquests this season. And then finally, this one, reach level 70 in hardcore mode. This is if you really want, like, the good frame, the good portrait frame that not a lot of people are going to have. Finish a level 70 Nephilim Rift on Torment 10 within 3 minutes, right? That's cutting it close. Level 3 legendary gems to level 65 and complete 3 conquests. So the conquests, let's go to that real quick. This is going to be the last thing that's really required here. I've done 2. There aren't a lot of conquests this season that are doable, but there are ones that you should be able to manage. If you've done Sprinter before, which is complete acts 1 through 5 of the story part of the campaign in under an hour, that's all 5 acts in under an hour, then you can probably do this one without any issue. Reach Greater Rift level 45 solo without any set items equipped. That literally means any set items. So not like rings or amulets or just normal pieces. It all has to be just orange gear. And that's... If you could do Greater Rift 60 solo, you could probably do this with all the gear that you've managed. Just save ancient pieces as you go, and you can get at least that one done. So then that gets one of your conquests out of the way. With Avarice, there are, once again, a ton of guides out there to figure out how to do this one. It can be a little difficult. You need some gold find gear. You need the Boon of the Hoarder, which is a legendary gem that causes enemies to drop gold when you kill them. And then the best place that I've seen to do this was actually the ruins of Corvus in Act 5. You just go through because there's a ton of little enemies and you kill them. And then the bottom right of your screen, about right here, right next to your mana bar or your resource bar, will show a little gold number as you start collecting it. Don't let that disappear, and get it to 50 million, and then you got that. And then really the only other ones that I think are doable, unless you're playing a lot of hardcore, right? Because you can double up on these since they have ones for hardcore as well. Is probably reach Greater Rift 55 solo with the bonuses of 6 of the following class sets. So if you level up 3 classes or 2 classes, you can do 3 of their sets. Because typically 3 of their sets can do about Greater Rift 55 solo. So like in this case, Invoker can. I know that Roland's can. And I know for a fact that I can get a Khan to get there as well. So for my Crusader alone, I already have 3 that are able to do that, right? So that's pretty good. And then if I level up a Demon Hunter, which I have, I know I can do the Shadow set, I know I can do Unhallowed, and I know for a fact that I can do Natalia's and Marauder. So there's some options there. This one is a good option for completing your conquest if you're wanting to do that. But if you have leveled 2 classes up, and you've collected all 4 of their sets that each one has, you could probably try doing the Master 8 of the following set dungeons. I've done all of the set dungeons. The easiest ones that I would say are the Crusader has some pretty easy ones. The Barb, don't even bother, because the waste one is really difficult for a lot of people to do, including myself, but I did master it. The Demon Hunter is really, really easy, so I would say do that one for sure if you can. And maybe even the Wizard. You might be able to do Wizard. Witch Doctor is also a doable one, so there's some classes in there. Just seriously, when I say that the Barb ones are, they have 2 difficult ones to do, so I would watch yourself with that. But yeah, there's plenty of ones here, despite there being less conquests than normal. There's plenty of things for you to be able to do. I wouldn't try, if you're not a hardcore player, don't try doing the hardcore ones. They're probably not for you. You may lose a character, and that always really sucks. But with that being said, that's how you get your portraits. That's how you get the pet. And generally speaking, I would say about most, like 90% of players won't ever get this portrait frame. So if you do get it, you're going to be pretty unique out there when you're playing in like pub groups or with your friends and stuff, because most people won't have this. But if you do want to stop early, stop at Conqueror, get that extra stash space. They're pretty much doing this one every season now, where you get an extra stash space. And just real quickly to show you where that's at before we finish up here. What happens is once you have your stash open, at the bottom, even though you've purchased all of your stash tabs thus far, it will tell you that you can purchase another one, right? And then what'll happen is it'll open up this thing at the top, right? Pretty easy. And then once you unlock that seasonal journey thing on Conqueror, you get this done, you get all these done, you won't have to purchase or anything, it'll just show up here. And that makes things a lot easier. So I would highly suggest doing it just for that extra stash space, because if you're like me and you play almost every season or every season in general, then you're going to end up with a lot of just random crap like you see in my stash here. You're going to want that extra space. Trust me, it's really good. With that being said though, it's pretty easy to get. I would highly suggest it, and we shall see you guys next time.